LinkedIn networking and engagement secrets. If you were one of those lucky people who had a chance to attend my previous, it was like around a month and a half ago, my previous training on LinkedIn branding, how to be more visible when it comes to job seekers, you'll be so lucky because this is a continuation to some sort of continuation to that part of overall LinkedIn personal branding for job seekers. So today we're going to talk about how to use LinkedIn network to create networking and engagement secrets. All right. So by the way, I will have an assistant who will be working as much as possible to serve you when it comes to any kind of questions, the challenges, technical challenges, not all questions, technical stuff when it comes to Zoom. I believe that you guys can hear me well and you can see me and everything's going fine. Now, just some instructions here. Please, number one, stay muted. Don't turn on your mic at all throughout the whole training so that we can focus, everyone can focus. Write down questions and notes. I will do my best to make sure to cover these questions by the end of the session here, but also use these notes also so that you won't forget them. Later you can share in the same group or share with me these questions. I will do my best to respond accordingly. Otherwise, I would recommend you to post these questions by end of this session on the same event page that you have guys seen on LinkedIn, so that everyone could benefit from your answer, from my answers here. And later, this will be, of course, recorded and uploaded to LinkedIn and Facebook group, my Facebook group. Check it out also, which is Job Search Hacking. Go to Facebook groups, Job Search Hacking. The link is right down here. And yes, this course, I have my own group that would help you reach out the best out of whatever content I help you with. Stay to the end. I have something very important to share with you that probably going to change your entire life when it comes to finding a better job. Now, some of you probably ask me here, is this just for job seekers? Well, to be honest, personal branding, not just for job seekers. Yes, I have pointed out many things that has to do with job seeking mostly, but be sure that even if you have your own business, this is also could be beneficial because you can apply the same method for your personal business. So what are we going to talk about today? Number one, decoding the algorithm, to understand actually how LinkedIn algorithm work, how to hack it, and what we mean by the 1% rule. I will introduce this to you today. Part two, the rules of engagement, all right? How to really engage in LinkedIn, how to create an engaging profile that makes others come to us and see and discover us, especially if they were hiring managers or recruiters. So we'll focus on three more main aspects here. We're talking about content, engagement, and connecting with others. Then finally, I have a challenge for you by the end of this session. So who the hell am I? Now, if you still don't know who the hell am I still feel bad for you because honestly, you're missing a lot. But nevertheless, still, it's a chance that we are meeting again if none of you have ever heard of me. Okay, so far, I'm 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀. I'm a job search coach. A career coach, but I'm specialized in job searching strategies, and that's why I keep focusing on finding out new ways to help people overcome the challenges in their job searching, especially when it comes to senior professionals here. I have noticed that during the COVID-19 situation, many seniors are losing their jobs. Unfortunately, they are having challenges to get back on track in the same job market and still without any luck. One of the challenges or struggles they are going through is understanding what is personal branding. And a lot of them actually, they don't understand how that is important because probably not quite familiar with it. There's some kind of new model or new approach of finding a job that sounds like quite different. At some point, sending your CV in an email format was kind of an odd thing to do. We used to that in paperwork. Things are quite different. It's getting different actually when it comes to the job market landscape. So this is why I'm having these kind of trainings, and that's why I offer my personal services when it comes to job search coaching. And I will talk about that later, but most importantly is how can we learn and benefit from this session. So part one, we'll be talking about decoding the algorithm. If you just mind just a second here. Okay, pardon me for that. So let's talk first of all about decoding an algorithm and what we mean by algorithm on LinkedIn and why that is important to us. So the first thing we want to know is how to hack it and why this thing is really important. Honestly speaking with you, we'll not be hacking by the means of hacking here, right? We'll try to find out ways to make it work for us against breaking any kind of rules here. Now, you have to understand how LinkedIn functions. Now, LinkedIn is a platform that makes money from people who come there and pay for premium memberships and from other advertisements and so forth. So for LinkedIn to sustain financially, it has to make sure that there are more people coming to it and staying there. If you don't stay there, we will not make any kind of money. So if for you, when it comes to your case here, if you're not creating content, you will not get users. And actually for LinkedIn, there will not be money. And the same thing for LinkedIn. If there are no good content on LinkedIn, no users will be there. Eventually people will leave and there will be means no more money. So we have the reason that we have to understand how important is it that whenever it comes to making money on LinkedIn, when LinkedIn wants to make money, that it sustains users and people stay there. So content has to be engaging. We have to create engaging content so people can stay on LinkedIn. This is what LinkedIn algorithm works according to. Now, LinkedIn rank content. What we mean by ranking content here, making this content visible to many others, depending on three things. Number one, the number of reactions that we are getting there, or how fast we're getting these reactions, the comments that we have in each content created or post created, and the number of shares that people are doing to get that content there. Unfortunately, this method got hacked at some point. People were able to find out ways to promote useless content, silly content that would repel some people. What they did in that case is that they bought a lot of fake accounts and forced these fake accounts to like, share, comment on their posts. And we have heard about that before many times. Instagram have been through this and they cleaned many accounts. The same thing happened to LinkedIn because these people tried to find out a network of fake accounts to engage with their content so that their content would rank for the sake of ranking their content and having more followers and probably for people to buy something. But LinkedIn algorithm was aware of this later and they discovered that this is not going to work. And here they come up with a new different algorithm in this case, which is called the dwell time. What is dwell time? This algorithm will rank your content based on a number of engagement and interactions according to the time should be taken for this to happen. In other words, if I created like a post that takes, let's say, 10 seconds to read, okay, and it got a reasonable number of engagement, this means that this post is legit and it could be ranked up. But for example, if you post like a silly word like say hello everyone, and in just like 10 minutes you receive 300 shared or 300 likes, the algorithm will detect this does not make sense, that this just small post was able to get this number of likes in this period of time. That's why content is very important, that people will spend good amount of time on it and consume it and then interact with it for it to start ranking. Now, for us to start to be able to hack the process and make sure that we are getting the best out of LinkedIn algorithm working for us, number one, choose the right time to post. Now, according to my personal study, okay, I'm here in Dubai and I tested content for like around a month to see where they are working the most. Still, the research will keep running. But what I noticed is that when I post between 8 a.m. and 8 and 11 a.m. morning, especially if like very early morning part, like even between 7 to at some point 7 to 9, that's a perfect time because people will wake up at that time and start interacting. The second best time, between 4 to 8, people will be leaving a job or like trying to end up the last day in their office, and probably they'll start lurking, using LinkedIn, checking out content, probably interacting. So these are the best 2 times according to what I have discovered. The second thing to go with the LinkedIn algorithm, make it work for you, please make sure that you create relevant content to the people or the audience you have. So for example, if you are a project management, IT project manager, for example, make sure you create content relevant to that audience. People who would love to network, engage, and comment to your content. Otherwise, if you keep posting religion, politics stuff, literally LinkedIn hate that. It hated. The algorithm most likely would not support it, okay? You don't want to avoid any kind of reporting. Once you are reported, you are like, you are sentenced to death here, right? You're creating a sentence, you are like executing your account on LinkedIn. The second or the third thing here, make sure that your content is engaging. People love it. People would react to it. Most of these kind of content usually are emotional. They're relevant to them, they resonate with their feelings. So make sure you create a content that will people say, like, give you a share, a poll, for example. People would react to it and take an action once they start consuming it. And this is another thing that we have to be aware of, which is connect more. The more you connect with people, the more the chance that people will engage, right? The more I have people in my contacts list with the same domain or niche that I am into, the more the chances that they will see my post and they would interact to it. Now, something I want to say about what's called the 1% rule here. Now, according to many studies, the scientists have discovered that there are, whenever it comes to social media, it comes to the internet in general, okay, there's 1% of users on the internet or any platform, including LinkedIn, 1% create content, 9% contribute to this content and engage with it only, and the rest of the 90%, they just consume content. Now, these are like scary numbers here, but believe it or not, imagine like we have 1 million, or let's say out of 100 users or 1,000 users, we have 10. Out of 100, we have one person only creates content and 9 consuming it. Just imagine this number, right? So let's make this rule work for us. How do we distinguish ourselves? By being part of the 1% here. We create content so that others would engage and others would see us. You see the number of people who see and view only, 90% consume only. And 1% create, be the 1%, and then the others be the 90 or the 99 rest remaining, all right? Now, what does this information means to us in this case? How to apply the 1% rule for our case? Number one, we will connect with 15 to 20 employees. So put this number in your mind. It's an average, okay? It could be less, it could be more. This is an average. I would identify the number of people that are relevant to my industry, relevant to the company I would love to work with, by the way. There's another example. I'm interested to work with one of the companies. Let's put, for example, here, IBM. I want to work with IBM here, and I want to interact and create connections out there because I'm interested to make these people engage with me later so that I can become familiar. I would recommend you reach out to connect 15 to 20. Out of these, we are expecting one person who will keep creating content out there. 5 will engage, and the rest will be just viewing. If I would be able to connect or like comment and engage with the person, with that one person, there's a big chance that the rest of other employees working at IBM will see also my comments and my engagement, and that will create some familiarity. I will show you some techniques on how to work that, make that work for you. All right, this is an example how to apply the 1% rule, or they call it the 90-10-1 rule. Now, part 2. The rules of engagement. Now, we want to know how to engage, how to make all this work for us. We want others to engage with our profiles, to see our profiles. We want recruiters, we want hiring managers as well, to see our profiles, come to us and interested in speaking to us. How to make that work for us here? Number one, we have to focus on using or creating the right content. Content is the king here, right? And when it comes to LinkedIn, that definitely works amazingly. So what type of content on LinkedIn? First of all, I'm not talking about formats, I'm talking about the types here. So when it comes to the type of content, number one, brand awareness. So the secret here is that I'm trying to make people aware of what I do, who am I as myself, as a person. This is my personal brand, as an IT expert, as a finance controller, as an assistant, whatever. I use this kind of content for the sake of demonstrating my awareness, creating a brand awareness. The second thing is consideration. People consider my stories. You can create some stories, you can give some ideas, some thoughts that represent what you think, represent whatever your field you are into here, so people can resonate and feel connected more to you. Number 3 kind of content here is problem solving, and people really love it. If you would be able to come up with a solution to problems, something that you have came across in the past, some stuff that are relevant to what you do right now, people would really love this. Especially, again, these people, if you are in the same audience of yours, they would definitely be consuming that content and they would love it, and they will will look at you as a thought leader. Finally, social proof. If you have a chance to go to an event, get a testimonial, if you have received an award or something, post that. People love to see others also make achievements, and this will also build a strong personal brand as an achiever. Next thing is media format. So we go to media formats right now. What kind of content format I can create here? Number one, text is the most favorable thing for LinkedIn. LinkedIn loves it because it supports the SEO process, or search engine optimization, as well as keyword thing. So it's easy for LinkedIn to detect this kind of information, and it's easy for others also to consume it. So that's why I prefer that you go also a lot with text. Use storytelling. Talk about stories, talk about an experience, how you're able to solve a problem, what kind of problem you are facing, and make it more emotional in a way of text, because as I said, it's silent, it's easier to read and to consume. Always considering a call to action. CTA means call to action. By end of every text, make sure that you take these people attention by asking them to engage, by asking them questions. What do you think? Would you agree? What's your opinion here? Or give me a story of something that happened the same to you. So make it usually is in a form of an open-ended kind of questions. Just try to push people to interact or do something. If you agree with me, just give me a like or a thumbs up or something. This is a good thing for your content to rank up and for people to engage. Finally, fortify other formats with text. You can use an image to fortify whatever you are trying to describe in that text. Okay, an image, something that's probably relevant to you, especially if it was for personal or like a kind of informative kind of image, right? The second thing, kind of content or type of content, is images. And for this case, I would, first of all, you have to be niche specific, because not all niches you can use images, right? If you're working with steel, it's not quite easy to put images in steel, right? That, you know, it's not connecting with anyone here. So not every industry you might be working with could be like image friendly. Okay, so be specific at this case, or just know that probably doesn't work with everyone. Of course, support text. As I said, LinkedIn loves text. So if you put an image, make sure you also include text in that image. Personal photos work brilliantly, like Facebook, Instagram, also in LinkedIn. If you have a personal photo with a great reaction, you can write the right text. People will really love that and engage with it. And finally, if the more your image was informative and emotional, the more it will win. Sorry for the text here. Emotional should start with E, but I believe that, well, we all make mistakes. I don't have to be perfect. So it's a mistake that just slipped in. Please accept that. Thank you. Now, video. When it comes to video, everyone loves video. Everyone loves to watch these cats or accidents or whatever kind of how to do or how to cook some food. On LinkedIn, we can't share that. Unfortunately, it has nothing to do with the professional network you have. But again, you have to be specific with your niche. You can't just, if you are into IT, like Adam Daniel, probably guys know him, influencer, who create posts always about some new technology, that videos of new technology. That's perfect, works absolutely great. But if you are not in that field, this will create some sort of confusion what you are trying to talk about here. So you either want to grab attention, like just like those who post irrelevant kind of videos, or grab interesting attention to whatever you do, all right, or what you specialize in based on your network. Make sure it's short. LinkedIn will allow you only up to 10 minutes. And literally, I believe that there's no chance that you'll be able people to watch 10 minutes video in very rare occasions. If it was like a course, it was like a very informative video. If you were able to present yourself in that form, that would work. And if it was an informative video, try to find out a video that will be as much informative as possible without sound. So probably you have came across this, that you're scrolling on LinkedIn, but you don't want to turn on sound and video. The video is enough to tell you more about what content is there, especially if it has subtitles. So if it's informative without subtitles, there's less chance that people will watch that, especially if they are in the office. Hashtags. I know that many of you love hashtags and using it every now and then, believing that, yay, this will rank my LinkedIn. Well, it does work. Let's be frank, it does work brilliantly, but you have to be careful and follow the right rules. I will show you the rules. Hashtags exist because they help users find content. People would be able to identify and find content using these hashtags. All right. LinkedIn will guide people to the right hashtags or the right content based on the hashtags. It's just like a title here. You can follow hashtags, of course, so that you can receive always content from LinkedIn based on that hashtag. If I write a hashtag artificial intelligence and start following it, people will come to me and it will appear on my feed as well. Now, some rules for hashtags. Number one, whenever it comes to creating content, make sure that you use between 3 to 5 hashtags. More than that, most likely would confuse LinkedIn at some point to identify exactly what kind of hashtags you're trying to convey here, all right? The second thing is that make them relevant. It doesn't make sense that I create hashtags like social media, then jump to finance, then jump to sales, then jump to success. Well, they are quite not close or connected to each other, and LinkedIn algorithm will be confused here. Make stuff relevant. I can say digital marketing, social media, social management, social. These great 5 hashtags that are relevant and close to each other. Plus, people in the same domain will watch it. Everyone who loves social media is connected to digital marketing, is connected to other hashtags I have mentioned so far. And number 3, combine highly followed hashtags with lesser ones. Now, I want to clarify something very interesting here. And for this reason, I'll make a new share and I will jump to my browser and I show you what I mean by this. I hope that you'll be able now to see again my screen, and we will search for hashtags. I want to search for jobs, for example. Don't click enter, click on the hashtag itself. What it will do here, it will give me the number of followers it has. So this is a hashtag that's in high demand. This is good, but bad at the same time. Why? This means the competition is extremely high. Those who use this hashtag is huge, number is huge. There's a less chance that my LinkedIn will, my post will rank, but also since it's already used, there's a chance also that LinkedIn will use this. Please go on mute. Please, please everyone go and mute, please here. Okay. All right. Now for other hashtags, for example, we try job advice. Oh, sorry, I pressed enter. See, job advice. And we got 5,000. So this is a good niche. It's even though it's not so good, to be honest. If you see here, there are no posts. Very, very few people use this hashtag. I would not recommend using this one. Probably career advice would give me some more followers, up to 100,000, maybe 18,000 followers, and there are people using it. This is like a good one to combine it with jobs. So we have a hashtag with extreme number of following, hashtags with low or reasonable following. Still, I prefer hashtags with more than 100, but that, of course, depends on your niche. Getting back to, all right. Okay, now we are done with hashtags. Engagement. We still want people to see our reactions, we want, again, our content to be engaging, so that will rank up to LinkedIn algorithm, based on LinkedIn algorithm. So we have to understand something here. 99% of LinkedIn users are either sales pitchers, people who are trying to sell products or sell stuff, or even sell themselves. Like, hey, do you have a job? This is another way of selling. Ghosts, people who are connected to you, but they are literally doing nothing at all. So they are not really making use of LinkedIn. And third type is social butterflies, those who would love to connect and they try to press like, comment, and engage with you. That's so lovely. But only 1% of these users are actually strategists. Those who take it to the next level, build a strong bond, and they connect directly with you. We want to be these strategists, right? We want to be those who will make things work for our favor. Now, here's my tactic to create a weekly engaging content. I literally do that every day, 5 days a week, okay? Every Saturday, I plan my content and what I'm going to be placing in every day. Number one, I create one poll every week. If you want, you can do that every 2 weeks. So I prefer one poll every week for people to engage with it, because people love polls. Polls are so easy to interact with. And, people want to give their opinion at some point, and they are curious to see the result. Make it as simple as possible and quick one. Create 2 to 3 informative posts, okay, based on your industry. Trust me, many of you will say, how can I create content, Haytham? It never worked for me. Listen to me, guys. An easy way to create a content is this. Think of an occasion or something happened. Think of a skill that you provide. Think of something that you believe in. Think of a problem that you haven't happened with your boss, some your day-to-day challenges, okay? Of course, don't point out people in this case, but think of it this way. I have this problem. I did this to solve it. And finally, this was the solution. This is the easiest way to come up with the storytelling kind of informative content. This was my problem. This is my solution to solve it. You can come up with a set of solutions or 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And finally, what was the result? And plus add a CTA, which is call to action. What do you think, guys? What else do you suggest? This will be a wonderful post here. Just do that. Come up with 3 ideas, 3 skills you have in your CV. Think of some stories, some occasions that happened with you. Write the first title and believe me, everything will follow. Number 4, share an article. Share an article that is relevant to your industry. Now, there's something very interesting here. LinkedIn doesn't like external links. Now, why? Again, it should be clear that will let you go out of LinkedIn and go somewhere else. LinkedIn wants you to stay there. If that link will bring you back to LinkedIn, it could be a LinkedIn article, that's great. That's fine. It's not too bad. But again, if you created that article, you shared that article, put content, put some text in there. This text could be your opinion, or it could be like a summary of that article. Literally, LinkedIn will love that, especially because there is text. And finally, make sure I can see the last part here. And family, all right, I have to move this part. Okay, get inspired by other experts. Now, I do this, okay? Some people might think, yeah, but I'm stealing content in this case. No, don't do that. Follow the right influencers in your field, okay? Within your domain, and see what they are coming up, what ideas they bring there. Sometimes many days, like I would go to 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗀, for example, this one of them, Kim, Hannah, Trish, they share interesting content. 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗀, they share wonderful content. And when I consume this content, I really find out a good idea out there. And I put my opinion in the new content, the new format. Maybe they will talk about the right way of writing a CV, and they will put their own format. It might inspire me to bring, okay, why don't I talk about other formats of writing a CV? And I'll create a post out of it. So let these people inspire you. Trust me, this is how you create content. So this is my tactic, and I hope that will help you a lot when it comes to creating your own content. All right, why did it repeat? Cool. Now, responding to new connection. Here's something that you are missing, guys, here. We have to give chance to people to engage and work and demonstrate or show them how good we are, okay, how nice we are and how welcoming we are, so that we give them, open the doors for them to speak to us. This person connected with you for a reason. He wants to exchange with me information. Guys, LinkedIn is to network. LinkedIn is there to connect with people and speak to them. It's the reason why it exists. If someone else rejects this idea, well, they are not using LinkedIn in the right way. They don't know what's the meaning of networking. Put these guys aside, okay? Now, when someone connects with you, this person is interested in you. Start conversation, make it easier for them. Many of them connect with you, but they find it hard on how to start speaking to this person. You know, this person might reject me. This person might don't want me. I don't want to look pushy. All right, make it easier for them. Okay, be welcoming. This is my message. This is my message. Hey, whoever this person named, you know, when you accept this connection, LinkedIn will give you an option to message them immediately. Happy to have you in my network. What's in your mind today, and would you like to discuss? Happy to connect. All right, happy to have you, or happy to see you here, right? This person will feel so welcomed. He will feel so comfortable speaking to you. And if they are interested in a job, it could be a recruiter who tried to connect with you, but probably forgot about you, or just waiting for you to accept the connection. When you start this, well, yeah, well, here we go. This guy just responded, and this person would come up to you. Hey, we actually have an opening for with this company. If you want to see if you are interested. So this is an example how we can do that. Commenting on posts. Now, if you're able to comment posts with the proper hashtags, when you tag the person you are trying to comment to, whatever he has posted or has commented, with a great headline that you have, it says that I'm an expert in this field, this will hit a jackpot. People will really see you, because LinkedIn will allow you always to have your headline whenever you comment or interact or create a post. So this is a great chance for you guys to be recognized on LinkedIn. Now, here's my tactic when it comes to commenting on posts. Number one, I find and engage with influencers. Find influencers, I engage with them. When I say influencers here, it doesn't mean like someone who has 10,000, 100,000, 500,000 followers. Influencers could be direct managers working for companies, right? People I want to engage with, people I want them to see me. Could be next hiring manager, could be a recruiter, an HR person, someone who is one of the 1% of the company's employees who keep creating content and engaging, right? This could be a great guy. Okay, number one, allow sometimes to comment, some time to comment. Now, give yourself a time to comment. You know, when you post something and someone reply back to that comment, give some time and comment back there. Okay, you have to understand something very important here. When everyone has like, they wait in the first 1 hour. I'll tell you later about the golden hour here, okay? But it's very important that you try to comment at the earliest. This person will have a big chance of replying back to you. Please go mute if you don't mind. Now, expect a lot of people to view and connect with you at that stage. Why? Because if this influencer, whether that manager, whether that 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝘀 whether that a guy or Trish or whoever who have a lot of followers, comment on you, and you comment and reply to you, there's a big, huge chance that someone will notice that your headline, you're a recruiter, you could be someone who's offering jobs, you could be someone who's looking for jobs, okay, an expert in a specific field, they would connect with you here. So expect a lot of people to view and connect with you. And literally, please, when it comes to connecting with these people, don't say anything stupid. Avoid silly responses like agree, well said, thanks for sharing. It doesn't convey anything here, no idea at all. Please give an opinion to these people so that they would give you a chance to respond back to you. It happened many times that many of these influencers are so kind, they will give extra time just to reply to whoever interested in them. Give yourself a chance. You'll be viewed a lot, especially if you gave a really meaningful comment here. Okay, tagging is your secret weapon, but you have to be careful here, okay? It might fire back. Now, tagging is a personal way of pointing out or telling someone, hey, I have something for you. Whenever you tag an influencer or tag someone, there's a big chance, actually not a big chance, he will or she will receive a notification that, hey, this guy's talking about you. So they would be interested and intrigued and curious to see what you have spoken about them. Don't tag people randomly. Make sure that you have at least established some sort of warm relationship. Warm relationship means someone at least he recognizes you or know you at least, who you have been interacting before or commenting together. So whenever you tag him, yeah, I know this is Haitham. I know this guy. We are always in touch on LinkedIn. He comments to my post. I comment on his posts. So this person would literally be happy to reply back. Build familiarity first, especially social media influencers. Be familiar with them, keep engaging with them, keep commenting so that they would feel more connected to you. And finally, tag them on useful posts. Don't just talk about something rubbish, then tag people randomly, add 200, 300 tags or 30 tags, right? Make it reasonable, like, hey, this post is for you. 1, 2, 3, these people, maximum, okay? This is for you, or 5 if you are in the same domain and you want your opinion, their opinion here, okay? I wanna show you how this tagging worked for me. Let's hope I can go to that screen, and I will show you how that worked for me. Okay, give me a second if you don't mind. Okay, apparently it's not appearing here, even though people keep commenting every now and then on the same post that I have tagged people at that stage. And just give me a second. Yeah, I got it. Let me share my screen. I think you can see it. I think you can see my screen already. Okay, so this is something I've created a week ago, and I tagged these people. Now, I got responses from 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, from Trisha, Hannah, Kim, because I'm quite good relationship with them. We're always in touch. I know why Ahmed did not reply. He thinks it's quite busy. Liz, Ryan, and Bridget are extremely busy because they have a lot of, like, maybe millions of followings, and they couldn't have a chance to reply. But at least this is what I got. More than 30,000 views, 106 likes, and 24 comments. And they're all replied. Hannah replied, Trish replied, Kim replied. I have 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 here also who replied, and they were impressed. Why? Because it's a meaningful content here. It's meaningful. What I ask is just please guys follow these influencers and make sure you do this. I give a solution to many people who are struggling with low engagement. So if you see here, this is the way where these kind of influencers would love be involved here, because they're also trying to give them a compliment at the same time. So this is how you can make it work on your own favor. Now, let's get, this is what it comes to tagging. This is my solution to you: connecting without a hassle. Many of you struggle a lot, and Haytham, how do I connect without looking pushy? And I understand how that could be really, really, really hard, are not right? But literally, if you were able to apply what I have just recommended to you so far, connecting with, creating content, regular content, engaging with influencers and people, and create that circle of trust around you and around your network, literally connecting to these people will be so easy, especially if they are commenting, if they are engaging. Because why? 90% of them are just viewers. They see you sharing some good content. I receive a lot of connection requests from people who told me, Haytham, I saw you through a comment, or I saw your profile through someone. I noticed that you are expert in that field. I would love to connect with you. Right? Why? Because I created some kind of a brand awareness of myself through my content, through my engagement. I have a brand of myself right now. And the same thing would work to you. You don't have to be a coach. You don't have to be an influencer. You can be just a normal guy who is an expert in his field or her field. Now, for others to accept us, we need to create some sort of familiarity. The law of familiarity states that people buy from people they trust and know. And the same thing, they will buy your ideas or they will buy your trust if you are familiar to them. Content and engagement equal familiarity and will equal also easy connection. So there are 3 levels of audience here, of users on LinkedIn. We have also cold audience, people who never heard of us, warm audience, people who know us but never engage with us, and hot audience, people who know us and we had initiated a communication together or connection somehow. To be able to find people to connect with, now there are 4 ways to do that, okay? 4 ways to do that, find people especially relevant to whatever your niche is. So to be able to do that, number 1, people search. What I always recommend you guys here to search for people in the same industry or the same companies you are interested to work with. Just go to LinkedIn. If I'm going to share my screen right now, I just go to LinkedIn here and I write down, like, for example, just enter. Go here, just press enter. And let's say I want to connect with people who are working with, let's put an example, ADNOC. I'll select people. And of course, LinkedIn will come up with this big number. So I identify the second thing, the location. This is the most important part. I select our Emirates, for example, show results. Then we are not over here. I have to select the current company. I will select ADNOC Group, for example, right here. And it will give me 13,000 people. Okay, to make this even easier, let's say I want to connect with IT experts there. I'll just write IT. Okay, and it will give me all the IT people who are working there. Now we have 1,300 people. Just go through this. If you want to even filter down, you can want to connect with only 2nd degree, those who are not connected yet to you, or just you can select people who are already connected. I want to identify these first, then I can take it to the next stage. So these are all people who are working in IT somehow, and I can connect with very easily. This is the best way to connect with these people, at least to identify them and find them. Going back to, all right. Now, after people could go to events. Now, as you saw here, as you saw in this event, especially for those who went through the event on LinkedIn page, my LinkedIn event page, notice that if you go to the attendees, you guys could be able to speak to people who are also attending that event. So this is very good if you don't have a premium account. Another example I will show it to you right now. Okay, I'll close this and go here, my home, go to event free training, for example. So let's say you joined this event and this is how it's going to look like. You will have access now to attendees. Go to another event in project management. Just look for event, even if it was like an old event or an event that passed already. Go here and see all attendees now. The great thing, even if I was admin, don't mind this, but I'm also here. LinkedIn will treat me as someone who is also attending. I can press a message and start speaking to this person. I can also filter down. I want, for example, people in UAE only. Who is here? Click message and immediately I would be able to message this person without a premium. You got my point here? you can connect with these people. So if there's an event for Amazon, this is a great chance to speak with people who are working also at Amazon and connect with them without having a premium. So this is a good thing, a good hack if you don't have enough in-mail credits. Again, when it comes to meetings, when it comes to groups, the same thing will work. Literally the same thing. If you will be able at some point, like to give you an example here, right? If you were able to find someone what you have, like for example, this is a senior vice president of retail with a specific company. I can go here and find something called mutual groups. I would go to this mutual group, go there and go to members. And I can message this person right from there. There's another good way to do that without if you had no credits at all in your pocket or with your LinkedIn account. So this is it. And finally, company profiles. You can go to company profile. As I said, you can go just to ADNOC's page, for example, and from there, you can see all the employees who are working immediately right under that company. And you can also, in that case, find them and connect with them. All these are options for you to be able to connect. Now, many of you would say, how to start a conversation. Number one rule of finding a job, never ask for a job. Never. Okay, you're just like being the salesy person here. Okay, the sales pitcher. Never ask for a job. Please be genuine. I don't like scripts. To be frank here. Just be genuine. Be yourself. You want to talk with this person for number one, exchanging information. Think of it. I want to exchange this information. I want to know more about what they do, the expertise. Maybe there's something interesting that caught my eyes and I would love to talk about. Think of giving before taking. This is networking. It's a win-win kind of relationship here where we both guys are going to be benefiting. Think of how can I give this person a solution, how can I give him an advice, or actually ask for advice. When you ask this person for advice, you are like somehow complimenting his knowledge and expertise. Take conversation into an actual meeting or a call. Otherwise, this whole interaction was useless. The more you're able to do that, the more the chances that you will build a strong bond and a strong relationship, and you might even change the whole relationship with this person. This is the secret of connecting. This is how you will be a great connector. You take a next action. You either agree on a Zoom call, you either agree on a cup of coffee and make that work for you. Okay, so again, you can contact people through events without premium. You can contact people through mutual groups and through mutual connection. Now, the mutual connections part here, you might notice that some people on LinkedIn, second degree, third degree, could be a manager that you want to get his contact information and you want to reach out to him directly, but maybe he's not responsive at some point. If you're able to find out mutual people who are working in the same company, maybe someone you have connected and you have a good relationship with so far working in ADNOC, right? But you want also to connect with like the vice president, you want to connect with sales manager there. Now you don't have any kind of connection. He's a third degree or second degree and you don't want to introduce yourself and look like a pushy guy. So through that person, because you establish trust, this guy would easily try to guide you and show you ways and how you can connect with that person and what kind of message you can send at some point, because they are aware of the culture. Maybe he would tell you, no, this guy doesn't use LinkedIn or he doesn't like anyone to call him. I prefer that if you want to reach this person, speak to his sales team first and they will introduce you to that person. See how networking works, guys? Do make that work for you. Now, this is my last challenge for you before we end up this session and tell you more about what else I have to share with you. I have one more thing I said I'm going to share with you by end of the session. The 30, 60, 90 challenge. What does that mean? I want you guys to go back throughout the whole training and apply the whole thing and try it for 30 days and see what kind of results you will get. Once that's working and you test it and you see the results, make sure that you apply it perfectly for the next 30 days. So we will have 60 days of applying the same technique. Every 5 days a week, we are posting content and engaging with people. Give yourself 3 hours a day rather than just focusing on applying randomly on jobs to establish this connection. Give yourself 1 hour to apply to jobs, okay, or 2 hours. We have like a full 5 hours. Maybe you can this time, you can put it on your weekend. You can put it on weekdays after working hours if you had that luxury of time, right? Then 90 days, make sure that the whole process works for 90 days. You'll be surprised by results. I want to give you some examples right away, but I want to be honest with you here. I want to make a difference. I want to make a difference in your whole career approach of finding a job. All right. So I believe you better ask yourself this question. Do I want to make a difference in my career approach, in my overall approach of finding a job and making a difference in my entire life and do it differently than other hundred thousands? Because let's be clear about this. Traditional ways are not working. Okay. At least you came across one of these challenges that you can see in your screen. Okay. You could either have came across many fake jobs. 90% actually of jobs online are fake, unfortunately. They don't exist at all. They are already been applied or filled by other people internally or through relationships. Online applications are not working. You spend probably half an hour filling an application for some MNC and multinational company. Is not working for you. No response back or getting rejected. The competition is extremely high. In 1 hour, if you apply for a company, you'll get 200 apply for the same job. What would make you different? There are no responses. You apply, all right, and you nothing get anything back. When you try to network with people, connect with them, also no one responding back, or it's futile. Nothing is really getting into fruition at any point. Silly job offers. Okay, they are looking for a 10 years IT manager or a manager, project manager, and when you sit down with them, they're asking for a one-man army, then offer you 5,000 to 6,000 dirhams, which is not something I'm looking for, right? And you feel like all your senior level, all your expertise working for that time, I either have to accept that offer or even leave the country. And finally, ridiculous objections by employers, okay? You don't have this nationality, your age is, you're too old, male, you're female, you don't have expertise in this industry, you don't have expertise in that industry, you don't have enough skills here, right? All these kind of challenges that we are facing because we are applying jobs in the right, not applying right jobs in the right way. Some people, this is working for them. Many of people are not working, is not working for them. So I believe that many of you have come across the same challenges at some point, and that's where I exist for a reason, right? And I have my personal program that focuses on structuring a structured approach to simplify your job search. And it's a premium program that I have built throughout more than a year, just by interviewing senior professionals who have been going through the same challenges of not finding a job and finding it quite easy, quite hard to apply a job without a result. Okay, so I have created a special program that simplifies the whole process in a structured way that makes a lot of sense and let them get the results. I want to show you something here these are some results of my clients. Okay, this person has joined me for more than 5 weeks, 6 weeks to be frank with you. Been almost 6 weeks. And when we reached the session where we start working on their personal brand, this is the difference that they noticed. In 2nd June, views were only 8 views only. After updating the profile, it reached 16 views per week. Now I started networking and the views reached 44 in a week with 12 views from the recruiters. We have now recruiters are viewing him as well as hiring managers. There is a total jump 176 views. So what does that mean, Haytham? Okay, that's great. We have views now. What next? Remember, guys, the strategy I told you about, how to interact with these views. This is what makes the difference. And this is an example of how that worked for him. So he started exchanging some chat, some comments here and there with this guy. He built familiarity. This guy is a founder and a CEO of a fintech company. And our friend here, he just sent him this connection message. Hey, I checked your profile, noticed we had many things in common. Immediately, how about coffee this week in Dubai? This guy is so interested. I want to speak to this client. I want to speak to this guy, okay? After exchanging a few comments on LinkedIn, this guy offered for a meetup. I count it as a success in networking and a quality contact. Yes, this is a quality contact. This guy is a hiring manager, by the way, a founder and a CEO of a company. We want these people to come to our profile. We want these people to welcome us. So we have to take some proactive measures to make that work for us. Now, this is where I start talking about my program. This is the end. And in my program, I focus on senior professionals, to be honest. It's a premium package where we will work together. I'll introduce you to the techniques and approach and how to find a job like a boss. Okay, we don't want to do it in a traditional way. We don't want to look like pushy people or people who are begging for jobs. We want to look professional, someone who people want to have to solve their problem. Approach them as a problem solver, someone who has value to deliver. Now, this is a very like a small percentage of what you are going to learn from only the personal branding stage of my program. All right. So as I said, it's a premium program. I don't offer advice, to be honest. I don't offer like any kind of free stuff, except of course the stuff that you can see here on my LinkedIn. I do my best here to help you guys. For those who can't afford it, I totally understand it. And for those who probably feel like it's not early for me to join a program, I will do my best here to help you as much as possible. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to share with you a link, and this link will give you the privilege of speaking to me. You can book the appointment that you prefer. I'll put that right away in the chat box so you can just see it. And I will share it right now here. This link will give you the chance to book an appointment with me. It's for free, of course. Book an appointment so that I would understand your challenges. I would know more what kind of problems you are going through. So it will be easy for me to confirm if I can really help you with this problem or not. As I said, I work with senior professionals, people with 6, 8 years and up of experience. I have clients in the same range, 18, 15 years of experience as well. And literally, we're trying to change the whole landscape and build a new canvas to building their own career model on how to approach jobs, how to get opportunities and get them and let them get that. Okay. So honestly, if you want to book this call, I'll be more than happy to understand and hear your challenges. But be the notice, please, here that this will be not a free kind of advice. Don't expect a free advice in that call. Literally, nevertheless, I will do my best to identify your problem at least and see exactly where we can work on here to improve your whole process. And if I feel like it's something I can't help you with, I will literally, even though, do my best to help you find out a way, even though if you can't join my program here. But as I said, it's a premium program that focuses on making a difference in your engagement, in your jobs, in your interactions. This is me, 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀. This is my profile. Also, if you want to send me direct message and connect with me, I'll be more than happy to connect with you and have you in my network, and we'll come together and discuss ideas and share knowledge and see if we can also make a difference in our community, especially for those who are looking for jobs. Now, I think that we are almost an hour for like 6 minutes left. I don't think I would ever have time. I would have time right now to answer all the questions. I see the chat box exploded with chat, and my wife here is trying to assist me and help me with responding to whatever challenges you guys are going through. Again, make sure that if you found this live, it will be there on LinkedIn as well, and it will be on YouTube, by the way. Make sure that you also join my group, and this group is just for you guys to try to stay connected with me also on Facebook. If you guys are not lurking much on LinkedIn, I'll just share the group link here, and we can connect on Facebook as well. I will share the same content and new content from time to time, as well as answering your questions. So if you have any kind of questions that you would love to share, that group is for you. Pose that question, identify yourself so that people also will connect with you. I will do my best as well to answer your questions. And this is 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀. This is my LinkedIn account. Join me, connect with me. I'm open to accept your connection request. I'm open to accept your messages. I would love to hear more about what kind of challenges you're going through. As I said, also, that was the link, the LinkedIn link, to know more if you're interested in my program, to know more about my coaching program and how that would help you drastically make a change. It helped clients work with Amazon. I helped clients working with Micro Ingram. I help clients also to work with many multinational companies and local companies like Lamprol, so oil company. So it could work for you. You don't keep thinking negatively that no one's going to hire me, the market's going bad. Literally, opportunities are there, but we need to apply new strategies, new tactics, and play the game differently. I'm so happy that this was informative. Thank you very much for your nice comments and nice responses. I really appreciate it. And as I said, I'm really open to connect with you, open to have you on board in my network as well. I just shared the link already. If you lost the link or didn't get it, contact me directly on my DM so that we can book an account, book an appointment, have discussion, understand your challenges. If I can help you, I can enroll you and tell you more about my program. If I can't help you, I'll literally find someone else who can, or I will do my best to do the help, give you the help you need. Thank you very much all. I think this is the end of our training. You will find it on YouTube. I will upload it as well. I'll share all the information and any kind of details on my LinkedIn page. Stay tuned. Thank you very much. I have to end this event. Many thanks. If there's still comments that I couldn't have a chance to answer or questions couldn't answer, please pass these questions into my messaging directly and connect with me. I will send these messages there. I post these questions as well on the LinkedIn event page, the one that you have reached, or on the Facebook group page, so that I will do my best here to answer all your questions. Until then, take care all, and I wish you a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, I think, and thank you very much. Take care. 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀, your career coaching buddy. See you later.